Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video, I am going to talk to you about mental illness and pregnancy. Mental illness is pregnancy's #1 complication. It's time to support those who suffer from it. I will put a link to this article in the description for the video. When Mia was referred to me, she was 32 weeks pregnant and had not slept properly in 2 months. Her GP, general practitioner, had told her it was just pregnancy insomnia. Her obstetrician said it was normal and suggested she try going to bed earlier with a pregnancy pillow. By the time she sat in my consulting rooms, hands clenched around a damp tissue, she had been quietly planning how her partner and baby would be better off without her. Mia is not a real person, she's a composite, an amalgam of the hundreds of women I see each year in my prenatal psychiatry practice. But her story is so common it could be a template. A woman develops psychological symptoms during pregnancy or the postpartum period. She mentions them tentatively at a natal appointment. She is reassured that what she feels is normal. Weeks or months pass. By the time she reaches specialist care, she is free falling into crisis. So you might say, well, Mark, why would you do, what's the reason for this particular video? Well, here's the story. We have represented a number of pregnant women who actually went into a hospital to give birth and ended up getting Baker acted. There was an allegation made that they were a potential threat to themselves, they were a potential threat to the child. And in those instances, the ones I can remember off the top of my head, there was very little evidence to support that. And perhaps there's some stigma to this. I don't know. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. Mental illness is the #1 complication of pregnancy in the postnatal period. The gap between prevalence and response is where women such as Mia fall through. Australia has pockets of excellence. So this is in Australia, but obviously we're seeing this across the board. Dedicated to mother-baby units, specialist, prenatal psychiatry services, the work of organizations like PANDA and the Center for Prenatal Excellence. But access is uneven and weighted towards metropolitan areas. Screening alone will not fix this. Flagging risk without a clear, timely referral route simply identifies women when we fail to help them. What would meaningful change look like? Three things stand out from my years in the field. First, integrated mental health care within maternity services. Second, workforce investment. Australia has a small number of prenatal psychiatrists relative to demand. Third, public literacy. We need expecting parents and their families to understand that prenatal mental illness is common and treatable and not a reflection of character. So an interesting video. I know not my usual focus, but I've got 5 nieces, 2 grandnieces, a stepdaughter, and so I read this and it just sort of touched me. And obviously we've had experience with these types of cases. In any event, if this is an issue that's affected you, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. Please share them in the comments. And if you're a family and you're watching this video and you have a loved one who has been dealing with a behavioral health issue, substance use, mental illness, and you're sick and tired of the chaos and the nightmare and just trying to get this, to end, right? You're trying to get your loved one to go to treatment or getting them to stay in treatment or making sure they're med compliant, and you feel like you've run out of options, we'd like to talk to you. Hopefully we have some options for you. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't, right? And it's about having an honest conversation with you. And sometimes those options might be non-legal or a combination of legal and non-legal. I mean, there's so many ways to help families, and we'd like to have that conversation with you. So please reach out to us. If you have any questions, post them in the comments. If there's an issue going on in your family, I've not made a video, post in the comments, let me know. I'll make you a video, because if it's affecting you and your family, I'm sure it's affecting somebody else's. And I make these videos so you get the information you really need. If you like this content, please give me a thumbs up. They tell me it helps with the algorithm. It helps us to get these videos in front of more people, which means we can help more families, and that's the goal, right? That's the mission of the firm. And if you like this content and you want more of it, please subscribe to the channel. And with that said, thank you for tuning in. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.